Henshin a go-go, baby. What's good, guys? Yoku here, and yeah, version 1.5, huh? I know. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen some of the things going on about this update, this patch. This might be the hard skip patch, as some of you guys have been telling me, but I don't know. I do see a little sliver, a little tiny sliver of hope in a couple of characters in 1.5, and there's a couple other things that we can talk about going over that. So unlike the last time where we did the whole live stream and I threw it at you, this time it's consolidated, and I'm just gonna talk about my opinions, my thoughts, where I can see some of this stuff going, and then lead into the rest of the week. All right, so I have a couple of notes over to my left. So if you guys see me look like slightly to the right of you, it's because I'm looking over here at my notes. But anyway, Ho Ho. I call her Ho Ho because Pokemon. I know you guys are pronouncing it Huo Huo. Huo Huo. I'm not doing that. All right, the meme right now is Ho Ho because, you know. Plus, she's got a fire spirit. Okay, look, time out. I need someone to do me a solid. Take this fire spirit ball and then separate it from that. I'm a big fan of Shaman King, right? So like if we can make me but the fire spirit, because like, dog, look, she's a shaman. She is literally, I like Ho-Oh. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan of this character so far. I like Ho-Oh. I like what she's doing. And then right out of the gate, I'm gonna tell you all this right now, just my own personal opinion. I have not tested anything yet. I don't know. This is just what I'm speculating. I'll prove it later. I think Ho-Oh is gonna be another Fu Xuan. Not in terms of what Fu Xuan brings to the table, because Fu Xuan is like a powerhouse, right? But I think Ho-Oh is going to have the same caliber of effect on a lot of people's accounts. And you can see me scrolling through here, just kind of like getting a grasp on what they have on the website, just so I know what I can and can't talk about. And I don't see it here. So I'm going to talk about Ho-Oh and run you guys through some basic stuff. So going over some basics for Ho-Oh here, we do have her skill, which is of course going to be the main bread and butter. The skill is going to be what heals the target, but something cool about this is like it's an updated version of Bailu, because Bailu, right, you heal the main target, and then Bailu's skill jumps between whoever it wants to. There's no direct target. There's no way to influence that. Super weird. In Ho-Oh's case, it's going to go to the two adjacent allies that you have next to you, which would be pretty good. So this is more of a controlled variable. I've been saying that a lot in my previous videos. It's a controlled variable. Anything in the game that has a controlled variable is a little bit more in your favor, because you can plan out what you need. You don't have to worry about things, and it's less chaotic. Going from there, you have the talent, if I'm not mistaken, which the talent triggers, and it's like these talismans. The talismans have a set stack or count or whatever. They're going to be healing. I don't know how much they're healing by. It's probably going to be some percentage based off of Ho-Oh's HP, or probably attack. I hope it's HP, but whatever. From there, it's going to act anytime your character acts or uses their ultimate or skill, whatever the actual like stipulation for it is. That's going to apply that healing. This is just another way to get guaranteed no use of skill heals, which would be really good. So you can count this similar to Locha. Locha has his whole use my Yu-Gi-Oh field spell, and then everybody gets healed every time you do damage, which is great, phenomenal. Sucks. It sucks whenever you get one shot, but it is what it is. Ho-Oh might suffer some of the same things. A big reason that Fu Xuan is at the top for me right now, as well as Japard, is because they stop you from getting one shot. So when you have to deal with certain enemies having too strong of an attack, or they have like the swarm, right? The bug, he has the one big bam, and then everybody's dead. Okay, Fu Xuan has been the only character that I've had in my account that doesn't let anyone die. Bailu, if she lives and doesn't also get stunned or CC'd, then Bailu can res somebody, which is really good. But in Locha's case, he gets one shot, he's out of here. In Ho-Oh's case, she gets one shot, she's probably going to be out of here. So it's harder to manage things that way. You have to fight a different game, so on and so forth. Having the healing without the skill is cool. I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't want that, but I do want more out of their kit, and it looks like Ho-Oh is gonna give that. Maybe less on the defensive side, more on the offensive side. We can go into what'll be her ultimate, and her ultimate is basically, if I remember correctly, the ultimate is going to give you energy as well as give you an attack increase. So they have this really cool Fox ultimate animation, which is super dope. I wish it did damage. If the ultimate, even if it did like 100% of her base attack, I wouldn't care. Just if it did something else besides just giving you energy back, as well as giving you the attack increase. Because to be fair, anytime I see an abundance character with an ultimate, it's one of two things. It's either a very high cost and you have to do like a 3 to 5 turn rotation or turn rotation to get the ultimate, or it's really easy to get this ultimate and you can just spam it, right? We can look at Bronya. Bronya uses a couple skills. Boom, she spans it. Ting Yun uses what, one skill and then 2 basics, and then she has her stuff back. Things like that work really good for characters like these, because if Ho-Oh has a buffing type of ultimate, and I don't think she gets the energy, right? So it's just everyone else on the team gets the energy but her. So if you're able to do this, I don't know, I'd say every 3 turns, this would be phenomenal. And if the buff also lasted 3 turns, that'd be even better, because you want to keep it on a consistent, like she always has that buff going. So it's a controlled variable. I love that for her. But again, this really comes down to how she's gonna play. I like this character. If you can't tell, I'm talking a lot about Ho-Oh because she's the one that I have the most faith in right now. I do see Argenti. Argenti's next. You know, Argenti's cool. It's not that I don't have faith in Argenti. I just think that, you know, I've been saying it a lot, right? We have gotten to a point where y'all are starting to see what I've been calling out. I've been, yo, number 1, kudos to me because I called it. Number 2, kudos to you because y'all are listening to me now. And I don't want to be like the messiah of bad news or like I was right all along. I don't need that. But it's nice to know that you guys are understanding a little bit more of where, when I think about something or when I call it out, you're understanding my thought process on that. I saw some people in Rihu's the stream. A lot of you guys are like, even though I was like mumbo jumbo, right? Like I was rambling, but a lot of y'all were in his comments explaining further what I meant. And I'm like, yo, they picked up on what I was saying. That's cool. So it's a really good feeling. In Argenti's case, it's not that I think Argenti's weak. I think that Argenti is going to fill a role, which for me personally, I don't have a physical DPS character on my team besides Sushan. So I have to pick up Argenti, not because I want to, because I'm going for Hanya. He's probably going to come home and I'm a content creator. If I was not a content creator, I probably wouldn't pick up Argenti unless I really, really, really wanted the physical aspect of whatever's going on. Physical AoE is great. It's phenomenal. There's only one thing I care about when it comes to physical, and it's break, it's bleed, it's things of that sort, which benefit Kafka. Now, if Kafka, in Argenti's case, if we turned Argenti into a break Argenti, whatever, that would then give Kafka an insane amount of break DOTs, like physical bleeding DOTs to just trigger across the board. That's what I want. Now, if Argenti's skill or his ultimate had the ability or the added effect, the added attribute to apply bleed to whatever it hit, even if it was by chance, I would love it. I'd pull Argenti in a heartbeat, right? I love me some bleed on the character because I like Kafka, I like DOTs. Argenti doesn't have that. It looks like he's just pure damage. If Argenti's damage equates to what we already have as like our top, we don't have a lot of characters, so I can't really say top 5, right? But like a top 3, so a top 3, Lune, Jingliu, Zila, maybe, I guess. Somewhere around that ballpark. Right beneath that would be your Blade and your Kafka, yeah? If Argenti sits somewhere between that, great pull, great pickup of a character. If he sits around Blade level or less, and it's not to say that Blade is weak either, it just goes into like, you start to ask yourself the question, do you need Argenti? Will I need to waste my Jades picking up Argenti? Can I save it for 1.6, which they've already done drip marketing for 1.6, telling you guys right now, because the video is not done yet. 1.6 is a banger. There's a character in there, which I'm sure y'all know. Yes. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes. Okay, so take that with however you want, but yes, this comes into the boat. Who should I pull? Is it worth me pulling these characters? Yada yada, this and that. But yeah, I mean, Argenti's cool, right? Just, and when I say like he doesn't do anything, I mean it. Physical AoE across the board. That's literally everything about him is physical AoE across the board. His ultimate, he can stack it. So instead of using one ultimate like everyone else, he can stack it twice and then get 2 ultimates out of that. That's super cool because you double the damage. I think it's actually way more than double the damage. It's like 800% or 400%, whatever it is. It's ridiculous. So that's very strong. Like I said, power. Now, how often is he gonna get that? Is he gonna have the next highest ultimate cost in the game? Is it gonna be average? Is it gonna be low? Oh, they're doubling it, it has to be high. So the lowest is what, maybe 180, something like that. So if you double it, that's somewhere between 160 to 200. If his normal energy cost is 140, like some of the other characters, and you double it, now it's 280. So it's almost 300 that you would have to build up just to use that. How quickly are you going to be able to get this ultimate, double it, and then turn that into damage? Is it once every 3 turns? Does it take you 3 turns to get twice as much energy? Or does it take you 6 turns to get twice as much energy? Are you even going to be in a fight for 6 turns? There's so much that goes into the thought process of this without looking at any actual numbers, because I don't have those, without looking at any like the Google Sheets or the calcs, things like that. These are what naturally cross my mind when I think about characters. Last character we're gonna talk about is Hanya, baby girl. All right, Hanya has the burden state. The burden state is gas. Okay, let me go to my Hanya notes real quick. Here we go. Yeah, so Hanya is gonna inflict you with this thing called burden state. Burden state is basically going to allow the and this is really weird, it's going to allow you as the player to gain a skill point. Now there's a couple of things that I've seen some videos on both from Moon and from Grim, and they noticed there's a little symbol at the top of the whoever has burden state, and there's like a flashing icon. So when it's halfway full, you do another attack and then you get it, and it gives you the skill point. They're assuming that it's going to be 2, which is cool. So after every 2 attacks, you get another skill point, which is pretty good for characters like Resurgence and Resurgence-like characters. Sushong, Zila, Jingliu, so on and so forth. Those are going to be very good for them because they can get that skill point back and throw it to whoever needs it or use it for themselves. One of the weird things, though, about Hanya is that she's a Harmony type character and she's not directly buffing the party, which means the burden state has to have some type of buff or debuff to the enemy. And at that point, she would have been an agility character. Why they made Hanya this way, I'm not too sure. And why they decided to not showcase that information during the live stream, I also am not too sure. I lied. Moon apparently said that they did say that. She's literally over there. So apparently they did say you take more damage. In a burden state, you take more damage. So I guess that applies to the Harmony state. But again, that sounds like a nihility debuff to me. But it is what it is. If she wants to be a Harmony character, that's cool. Who am I to complain? Now, I do know that her ultimate is going to increase her speed and attack for a single ally. I wish it was for the party. Bro, she's a 4-star. I get it, but I wish it was for the party. I wish it was for the party, bro, because like that would be phenomenal. Okay, but you know what? On a brighter note, yeah, who knows? Maybe this will replace Asta on the Jingyuan teams, right? The banner. This is ass. I don't know how else to say this. Normally, I don't say things like this. Bloom and gloom, or like doom and gloom. This banner is ass, bro. Dan Heng, no one's using him, even new players when they start the game, because they're getting their free 5-star character within like a couple hours of playing the game, like maximum. You're not using Dan Heng unless you get cucked and you get like, I guess getting Bronya isn't getting a cuck, but if you get like Bailu, then yeah, you're not using Dan Heng, but whatever. Arlen, now I do have a lot of faith in Arlen, don't get me wrong, but I'm not recommending you to pick up Arlen. Now, if you're going for E6, hell yeah. But if it's like you just started the game and you're picking up Arlen, nah. Serval, nah. I love Serval. Baby girl is, I mean, she's not even a baby girl. She's like an auntie, right? Serval's an auntie. Aunt Serval, right? I love her. I think she is unique. I don't think she is someone that even with Eidolons, is someone that I would consider like, yeah, you should pull it. This is a great banner. Go for it. I think they put all 3 of the worst characters possible. Actually, no, Hook's not here. They put some mediocre characters on this banner just to do it because they haven't been on the banner in a while. If you need more Eidolons with these characters, cool beans. No harm, no foul. If you're just a ride or die original Dan Heng main, cool. No harm, no foul. I'm not. I'm really only here for Ho-Oh, but getting everyone else might be cool. I think Ho-Oh is worth it. You know, we already talked about her, but it is what it is. Going down to Argenti. Argenti's cool. Now, I think you're all forced to pull this banner. Even if you don't want to. Or Silverwolf. I forgot about her. Or Silverwolf. Out of everything possible, you guys are forced to pull on Argenti or Silverwolf, and I mean that. And there's no one's a must pull in the game. No, you're forced to get at least 1 copy of Hanya. I promise you, just pick up 1 copy of Hanya, bro. I don't care who you pull it on. Pick up 1 copy of Hanya. Get your E6 Asta so that you can have the complete version of this character. Get your E2 Lynx so that you can have your complete version of this character, and then get your E0 Hanya or more, and you're done. You don't need to go for Argenti. You don't need to go for Silverwolf. And the last thing that I'll say here about this entire package, the banners, if you will, I think Silverwolf is in a really weird position right now where I'm still a hard believer. I think Silverwolf is the top 3 closest things to a must pull in the game. But I will say that now that we're getting more consistent care, I think we're getting a new 4-star like every patch or something like that. We're getting new characters consistently. Each of these new 4-star characters are fulfilling roles that Silverwolf could fulfill on her own. But for a new player, maybe you don't want the 5-star, right? You don't want to use your Jays on a 5-star character. Now you have more options. You have more options to slot in some things. Luca is being given out for free if you guys finish, like, you have like 4 days left, 4 or 5 days to finish the Ethereum Wars, the Pokemon event, and you can choose to get Luca for free. You have Sampo, you can get Sampo. That helps with Kafka teams. If you're running something with the DPS, Tingyun is not free. You probably can't get Tingyun, but she'll be around eventually, right? Bronya's there, Lynx is there, Asta's there. I think you get a copy of Asta for free as well. So there's little things like that that are fulfilling the roles for it. Hanya is coming out, Hanya's going to be there, and every other character that's coming out that's going to help you with that. Silverwolf's whole purpose is to negate the need for any of that. You only need one and then Silver Wolf. And what do I mean by that is just simply that if I was building a Kafka team and I only wanted to build Sampo, cool, I built Sampo, now he goes with Kafka. Oh no, I pulled Branya, or I have a Zila. Who do I use with my Zila? Because I was using Sampo with Zila for whatever reason. I can just give them Silver Wolf, and now Silver Wolf fits in for everybody. You pull Argenti, Silver Wolf. You pull Ron May, I know she's not a DPS, but still Ron May, Silver Wolf. You pull Dr. Ratio, Silver Wolf. You pull Zila, Silver Wolf. You pull Imbiber Lune, Silver Wolf. Silver Wolf removes the need for you to have a distinct or dedicated character to buffing that element or buffing that character. In Imagine Dragon's case, Daniel, he loves Yukong, but you cannot rock him with an E0. I mean, you can. It's very malfunctional. You don't want E0 Yukong with Daniel. So what most of us always recommend is like E6 or bust. Not a lot of y'all have an E6 Yukong. It's very hard to acquire that even with the free Yukong that the game gives you. You know who you need at E0? Silver Wolf. Now, if you missed her light cone, which you did probably, unfortunately, you don't have before the tutorial mission starts. However, there's a lot of other options that Silver Wolf can use. Nihility has some great light cone options. So yeah, I do still think Silver Wolf is worth the pull. I'll make her own video. I don't want to drag this on for too much longer. I'll make her own video and we'll talk about Silver Wolf whenever that gets here. Argenti's cool, but yeah, choose either or. Thorns of Scented Crown or Contact Zero, doesn't really matter. The last thing that I want to talk about here is going to be 1.5 as a whole. The new enemies, the new area. I'm a big fan, like Spectral Envoy and Wraith Maiden. I love Valkyries, all right? I just want to throw that out there. Anything like Valkyrie, War Maiden, Battle Maiden, some type of like chick with weapons and armor and like they throw hands, they're getting down and they're elegant at the same time. I'm here for that, all right? Sometimes like I'm ruthless too, like a barbarian, but that's just a whole different part of EO that you guys don't really know about, all right? Listen, all I'm saying is these enemy types, fire. I love it. I want a boss. I want like a big boy, well, I guess in this case, a big girl. I want a big girl boss out of this. Make this like a world boss or something that I have to constantly fight. Make their enemy actions cool. I want unique elements out of them, unique things that they do. Like shit, fuck it, give me bleed or give me something. I don't know. I'm just, yeah, I want it. The relics though, these relics, oh my gosh, I don't even need to know the numbers. Some of y'all already know numbers. I don't need to know numbers, but you're more than welcome to say whatever they are in the comments down below. Grand Duke, a set suitable for follow-up attack DPS characters. Who's on the banner right now? Who's still on the banner right now? Guys, am I right? Am I right? Who's on the banner right now? Topaz and Numbi. Come on. Come on. All right. This is great. This is also going to work nicely for Genuine. Granted, I don't really know if Genuine's going to want a two-piece out of this. It really just depends. We'll see where it goes. I'll do all the ideas and whatnot from that there. But point being is that this is beautiful. Grand Duke is going to be amazing. You could two-piece this with Himiko if you're building her for follow-up attacks. You could do this with Kafka. I wouldn't because you have the prisoner in deep confinement. Okay, set suitable for DOT DPS characters. You know what this does for Kafka? Do you know what this? They could come up with some crazy ass, doesn't even matter, right? They could just be like, oh yeah, the 4-piece set for your DOT prisoner of whatever, right? The prisoner set, 4-piece. What would they do for DOT? They'd be like, oh yeah, DOT ignores whatever. Like they could just say it ignores 2%. I'm lying, like it's not 2%, but still, if they said anything like that, yo, this ignores defense. GG's. This adds penetration to your attack. GG's, bro. It's a wrap. Oh, your DOT damage, you get an extra 12% DOT damage. All DOTs done by this character wearing this relic set, extra 12% damage. 4-piece ignores it. You got a toughness meter? Ignored. They're resistant to lightning. Ignored. They're resistant to flames. Ignored, bro. This would be a wonderful piece for DOT teams. I told you guys, the two characters that I keep talking about, Kafka, Topaz. I keep talking about how strong they're gonna get in the future when they get certain things, right? And this is one of them. Oh my goodness, bro, I'm in love. I'm actually in love with this stuff right here. The last one we're gonna talk about is the Fire Firmament. There we go, Firmament Frontline Glamith. This might be top 3 most beautiful, gorgeous looking planar ornaments that I've seen. I love this. I don't know what Peanut Land of the Dreams. I don't know if they're like, is this Cuphead? This is literally Cuphead, bro. I love Cuphead the game. I don't need Cuphead in my Star Rail, like the planar ornament. And is that a lip? Those are lips, bro. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, going over Glamith, a damage boost that's a damage boost set that has high speed. So anything, I'm assuming this is going to be speed oriented, like many of the other planar ornaments, hit a certain speed threshold, and then this is going to boost up. I like this. I like this. I think this is gonna work great for Zila. Maybe Sushong, maybe Kafka if you ever like him. I'd have to see some other characters, but I like this. Pinakani, a support set for a team of same type characters. Maybe. I mean, we have enough characters in the game right now to where we could get away with like mono comps. Who knows? This is the first time I'm seeing Land of the Dreams at all. I haven't even seen any actual dreams of Land of the Dreams. So I don't even know what this like or this planar ornament set does. But I mean, I don't know. Let me know, guys. Thoughts and opinions. Tell me what you guys are thinking about that particular set. But that's it for me. All right. I want y'all to have a blast today. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video and then a video after that. We're getting back on track. This weekend was my birthday. So thank you for all of those that told me happy birthday. I seen them. I seen y'all. Y'all was over in the stream. Y'all was in somebody else's video. Y'all was on Twitter. Y'all was in the Discord. Y'all came to the Discord just to tell me happy birthday. That was cool. I very much appreciated that. Normally I don't get a lot of love. I kind of like let my birthday just fly by. It's cool, right? It's just another day for me. But yesterday, or not yesterday, Saturday was really cool. It meant a lot to me that y'all were like, oh my God, happy birthday, bro. Even though y'all don't know me, but like still, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was cool. So it is what it is. Version 1.5, I do see a sliver of hope going into the game, mostly for everything else besides the characters. The two that I'm most excited about in terms of the characters, Hanya and Ho-Oh. And I'm not even excited about Ho-Oh in terms of like, oh, she's gonna break the game. I just feel like Ho-Oh is going to allow more things to happen that were they're soft locked. That might be a better way to say that. Right now, some characters, some functions in the game are soft locked, which means you can't access them unless you're really, really, really lucky. So like having, I don't know, 160 something speed or 140 something speed with Jingyuin, 3k attack, 70% crit rate, and over 160% crit damage, right? Like that's a soft, I mean, it's a hard lock, but still that's a soft lock so that you can't access this without blank. I think Ho-Oh is going to unlock the soft lock. And then now characters that should not have been able to do certain things will be allowed to do these things with Ho-Oh specifically. Who knows? Once we get her in our hands and we start to see these things, then we'll kind of confirm whether or not my theory is right. But just based off what she does in the game, based off her being able to boost things and heal, she's another multifunctional character. She's replacing the need for two characters on one team, which opens up more leeway for you to have another character on the team. I'm pretty sure y'all are still gonna try and hyper carry some shit anyway, but whatever. Anyway, I can't say my usual outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.